Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, on this fabulous Friday for another YouTube video. Today, we have an amazing video lined up for you. We are going to be looking at some extremely interesting information as it relates to XRP and Ripple. We're going to be starting the video off by reaffirming why it is that we're interested in XRP at the time we are. XRP is gearing up for a major move, ladies and gentlemen, in the exact same way that it geared up for a major move in 2017. Now, I don't think you're going to reach the same multiples, but our price prediction that we gave, and do go and watch that price prediction video, was $19 and I think about 20 cents. So we will be re-looking at that, and then we're going to be diving into some absolutely confirming news in regards to Ripple and XRP's role in the future. We're going to be taking a look at a document that discloses NDAs between Ripple and 1,700 major banks, financial institutions, and companies. We'll then be looking at how Morgan Stanley believe that Ripple is going to be a leader in international payments. Then we have news that the Bank of America have just been added back to Ripple's website. Obviously, this has a lot to do with the kind of lawsuit, obviously how that's gone. We're going to see people coming out of the woodworks. The SEC put a real blockade in between Ripple and institutional, certainly within the United States, public declaration, because, of course, it's not a great look when you have lawsuits going on. But now that's been pretty much settled, we do have, and the SEC may still appeal that, companies coming out of the woodworks, and the Bank of America is one of them that actually have a patent, which we're going to be looking at, and the patent is real-time net settlements by distributed ledgers, and Ripple is actually mentioned on Figure 7, and then, of course, we'll be talking about RippleNet and how it depends on XRP, and how Ripple's going to play a massive role, or a significant role in the age of CBDCs. It's going to be the payment rails for value of tomorrow. Let us kick things off with diving over to the charts, because ultimately I'm a technical analyst. The reason I get interested in an asset isn't predominantly from the or for fundamental reasoning. I think oftentimes you see with assets, they have great fundamentals, but the price will often go down, or they have bad fundamentals and the price will often go up. There's plenty of examples of that. So I don't think you can particularly be and Ripple is a great case of this. Throughout this entire sideways period that we've been in now for 7 years, Ripple XRP has been going from strength to strength to strength. However, the price has just gone sideways. In fact, XRP was one of the worst performing assets in the last bull market. However, its time is coming, ladies and gentlemen. I've never wanted, and I continue to say this, a community to win as bad as I've wanted the XRP community to win. You guys have been persecuted left, right, and center, but your time is coming where actually you'll get to laugh at many of the other projects out there, certainly as you do multiples in regards to ROI that they offer or perform in this market. So we're essentially expecting, just like that German stock exchange guy, a repeat of 2017. The structure is exactly the same. We did a Stellar Lumens video, which I think is a little bit further behind XRP, the kind of little brother, if you will, of XRP. I know people don't like that analogy, but we're going to give it all the same. And you're at this crucial point where you're about to see a taking, in my opinion, of 94 cents. And then this is going to trigger a larger pattern that I believe is a HVF. HVF, the only place you'll learn the HVF method is obviously with a man called Francis Hunt, the market sniper, the crypto sniper. Once that triggers, you'll essentially be on your way to $19.27. So there's a lot of things that add up here. And of course, when you're looking at a chart, you're looking at what people are doing with their money and positioning and what's forming. And I think this is just a big accumulation pattern that is ultimately going to lead to a monumental breakout. And I think the SEC has enabled institutional accumulation. If you look at the amount of XRP that is actually held by retail, people often use this as a kind of a negative. It's a very small amount. XRP, through their ODL and all these other things, own the vast majority of XRP. And they're going to want that to be as valuable as possible for when they go public. And the actual using and turning on of XRP is what's going to see this super spike take place. We're not even bridging into real USD, which we think is going to be a massive beneficiary, of course, to Ripple's price, XRP's price, and the whole shebang. We have done lots of videos on that in regards to our belief that actually the United States is going to adopt Ripple as a unicorn company to enable their role around the world and to help solve their debt crisis and also further the dollar dominance globally. That's another major aspect of what Ripple and XRP are doing. We're kind of focusing on the price for now. And then, of course, some pretty insane fundamental news. So now the price is covered. We've given our $19.27 price prediction. I hold XRP, by the way. It's about 7% of my portfolio. It's gone up from 5% because it's done quite well. People say that's a small amount. Well, I hold a lot of coins, certainly in the kind of decentralized computing space, the deep in space, the AI space. Now, to cover a little bit of news that I found interesting, we don't just want to be one of these channels that just pump out XRP videos every single day, although we could do. There's lots of things to talk about. The vast majority of people that pump out XRP content do it just simply because they know it's popular. We want to make videos when we feel there is a need to do so, and you guys have been massively supportive on that. For example, we did an XRP video a couple of weeks ago, and it got 76,000 views. We get some of the most watched XRP content, and that's because of you guys, the community, that I'm absolutely rooting for. Let's dive into some monumental news and announcements. Now, this isn't particularly old. It came out around about 5 days ago. This is from Jack the Rippler, a great guy to follow, by the way. You can see I'm following him over on Twitter. Boom! Boom indeed. Over 1,700 NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, which is what typically you sign when you get involved with institutions, between Ripple and major banks and financial institutions and companies. XRP is going to be the most valuable asset in the world because it is bridging value globally. So I don't believe it's going to be the most valuable asset in the world, personally. I think it's going to be trillions in terms of value, though. I honestly believe that, guys. And that's why, not only are we technically very bullish on XRP, given where it's currently at, fundamentally, it just makes a lot of sense. This is what I don't get. Also, I don't get why I think the haters are really secret lovers when it comes to XRP. I don't get why people watch XRP content when they don't like the coin or the project. And I don't understand when people say it's a scam, when people say it's this, where are you getting that from? It probably has more institutional adoption and NDAs and involvement than any other cryptocurrency out there, period. And what, all these banks have just been hoodwinked? Is that what you think? Really? Doesn't make much sense, does it? So this, of course, is the document. You can see it says, in discovery, the parties, let's zoom in on this, produced over 1,700 contracts, which are specifically agreements with Ripple transferred XRP to contractual counterparties in a variety of commercial transactions. In this expert report, Schwartz organized the 1,700 XRP contracts into primary categories. Actually, this has come on the back end of the lawsuit and some of the disclosures or some of the findings that have came out there. But again, Ripple's a scam. Well, the 1,700 NDA agreements and the companies, the institutions, and the firms that are behind that clearly don't seem to think so. Let's dive into some other unbelievably interesting news. So Morgan Stanley, one of the most influential financial institutions in the world, has stated that cryptocurrency will disrupt the global financial system in 2024. Now, this pattern and this movement that I think we're going to see, I think is going to come on the back end of 2024. And isn't this interesting? In a banking and financial law journal, it is document that Morgan Stanley has also stated that Ripple is leading payment alternatives to SWIFT. And their own research report, Morgan Stanley notes that XRP is more efficient than Bitcoin and is closer to what traditional banks do today. Can't make this up. Now, this is a slightly older document, but it is still very interesting because a lot of people wouldn't have seen this all the same. You can see here, Morgan Stanley has stated that adopting a Ripple-like payment system could shorten settlement periods, speed up transactions, and reduce the risk of fraud. Morgan Stanley considers Ripple to be a leading international payment alternative to SWIFT. There we have document number 1. Here is document number 2. Morgan Stanley, one of the most important financial consultancies in the world, has predicted that cryptocurrencies will distribute the global financial system in 2024. And it goes on to say, And both stablecoins, we're going to be doing an entire video on stablecoins and XRP again because we really think it's such a killer use case for it and for distributed ledgers generally. That both stablecoins and the rise of central bank digital currencies are completely reshaping global finance. We also have news here. This is from Smoke E. It says, yes, RippleNet depends on Ripple. As a document by Atlanta Press, Advanced in Economics, Business and Management Research, XRP will always work as a medium form for RippleNet. Ripple is in fact pushing XRP to the larger platforms today, so it will play a greater role in the global financial ecosystem, documented, and Ripple has openly stated that XRP will have a significant role in the age of CBDCs as being neutral bridge for digital currencies, making it used all around the world. So we're largely tackling here Ripple's role as a kind of remittance enabler, the bridge asset, but it's far more than that. Certainly when you talk about stable coins and things like this. So of course this is the document. Because RippleNet depends much on XRP, the XRP will coexist with Ripple Labs. So XRP is a vital role for Ripple, which I think is good. I think Ripple Labs will become one of the largest companies in the world, guys. In this way, as long as Ripple Labs is widely used for cross-border real-time payments in business, the XRP market will always work as a medium for RippleNet. Moreover, Ripple Labs even wants to push XRP to larger platforms in this day and age and play a greater role. XRP would have a role in central bank issued digital currencies. XRP becomes a neutral bridge between currencies. In this regards, we can see that Ripple Labs keep using XRP in its own network and puts in the effort into making XRP more useful around the world. And then kind of a cherry on the top, we talk about 1700. These are some of the banks that are, of course, working with Ripple. And actively exploring it. The Bank of England is one of them, for example. We're not even covering that, but that's something. This is from Amelia. Wow, Bank of America just added back to Ripple's website. Obviously, very coincidentally after the lawsuit. This came out yesterday. America already has a patent to use XRP as a bridge asset. So if we go over to the patent, this was put in a while ago. And this, of course, is figure 7. And you can see, I'm hoping you can see it. Ripple DLT is mentioned specifically in regards to their patent for real-time net settlements by distributed ledger systems. Do I need to go any further? So technically, XRP looks spectacularly. And fundamentally, it looks even better. And we're technical traders. But when you have two things pointing in the same direction, when it walks, talks, and quacks like a duck, ladies and gentlemen, it's a duck. XRP holders, your time is absolutely coming. And, I'm over the moon for you. I'm over the moon for myself as an XRP holder. And the beautiful thing, by the way, guys, we haven't been zealously shilling XRP left, right, and center. We're talking about it at a critical level before you see a real expansion in volatility and thus a major move in price. Look at where this is today. By the way, I've got receipts for buying XRP down here. Even cheaper. But, we don't want to brag too much. You're very much at this point here ready for this. Now, I've actually seen people just literally look at the percentage this made and suggest a similar thing was going to take place. What percentage was this? Just to tackle this. I think this is ridiculous. 66,000%. So our multiple to some seems ridiculous. I think it's realistic is what it is. But if we were to do a 66,000%, yeah. I don't think, in my personal opinion, I'm certainly not seeing anything to suggest XRP is going to get into the hundreds of dollars. Our price prediction is $19.27. We're happy with that. We're comfortable with it. And we're happy to put our face and name on that and put it out there. Remember, nothing we say or do is a financial advice. Just my own opinion on where I think the price of XRP could go. And of course, we've looked at some pretty insane documents sort of fundamentally revealing XRP and of course, Ripple's potential. That's it from me, ladies and gentlemen. Have a fantastic Friday and I'll see you all in the next one.